Hello students, welcome to the video on the duck and the kangaroo. B.Reading in first unit. The duck and the kangaroo, the poem written by Edward Lear, is about the duck's wish to go around the world because it was bored being in the same pond all the time. And the duck fulfilled the wish of the duck by taking on its back around the world. Okay, before we proceed, let us know a little bit about the poet Edward Lear, born on the 12th May 1812 and died on 29th January 1888. He was a British artist, illustrator, author, and a poet, renowned today primarily for his literary nonsense in poetry and prose. In his childhood, he suffered from ill health. After a long decline in health, he died of heart disease. His principal areas of work as an artist were threefold: as a draughtsman employed to illustrate birds and animals, making color drawings during his journeys. As an author, Lear is principally known for his popular nonsense works rather than as a travel writer. These show a great ability to use with the relish and the sound of real and invented English words. The poem, The Duck and the Kangaroo, is a poem with a touch of light humor. Remember this point and invented English words. He actually invented English words. One such we will come across in the poem. Okay, this is the poem, the first stanza. And okay, though not very important from an examination point of view, for your general knowledge, I'd like to discuss with you the rhyme scheme. Rhyme scheme of this poem is AB, AB, CC, AA. Okay, what is it? See, for example, the uh, last word in the first line is kangaroo. See, the sound of this word kangaroo ends with the oo. Okay, since it is the first a word, let us name it A. And okay, next in the next line, last word is hop. Okay, and this sound does not rhyme with this last word in the first line. So let us name it to B. Okay, and let's go to the last word in the third line. Two. It has a oo sound. Okay, and it rhymes with the last word in the first line, kangaroo. So it is same, a. Since it rhymes with this word, and this let us name it a. And the next word in the last word in the next line is stop, and it rhymes with this word hop. So let us call it B. Okay, by now I hope you understood. And see, altogether, pond. Pond does not rhyme with any of the last words in the above lines. So let's altogether call it C. And see, pond. Next, last word in the next line is beyond. It rhymes with this pond, beyond. So C. And then see, seventh line, last word is you. It rhymes with okay, some of the words which have been already used, like kangaroo, to. Okay, so it takes the same name, a. And next word, in the last line, last word, okay, rhymes with this same you, so it is a. So this is a rhyme scheme, children. Okay, okay, it is not important from examination point of view, as I said, just for your knowledge. Okay, and the characters that are predominantly present in this poem are the duck and the kangaroo. Okay, of course. Okay, there are other small creatures like frogs and other things, but which are not mentioned in the poem. But it is obvious because the duck was living in the pond. Okay, and as I said, this poem is about wish of the duck, wish of the duck to see the world, because it's bored of being in the pond all the time. And he has a friend that is a kangaroo. And this duck is amazed at the way kangaroo hops, and wish that the duck also could go like the kangaroo and see around. So, and when the duck expressed his wish to his friend kangaroo, kangaroo with some conditions accepted to take the duck for a ride, and at the end they were both happy, right? So let's go on, the duck and the kangaroo. Okay, let me read it with rhythm first, and afterwards we will explain meaning of the stanza. Said the duck to the kangaroo, good gracious, how you hop over the fields and the water too, as if you never would stop. My life is a bore in this nasty pond, and I long to go out in the world beyond. I wish I could hop like you, said the duck to the kangaroo. Okay, let me read once again. Said the duck to the kangaroo, good gracious, how you hop over the fields and the water too, as if you never would stop. My life is a bore in this nasty pond, and I long to go out in the world beyond. I wish I could hop like you, said the duck to the kangaroo. Okay, this is the rhythm that you may maintain when you read a poem. Okay, let's go into the details. Said the duck to the kangaroo. The duck said to the kangaroo, what? Good gracious, how you hop. How beautifully you hop. You means the kangaroo. Oh, kangaroo, how beautifully you hop. Gracious, beautiful. Hop means jump. Over the fields and the water too. Wherever the kangaroo has the ease, has the ease with which it hops everywhere, on the field or on the water, and as if you never would stop. It looks like, it looks like uh, when a kangaroo starts hopping, it looks like it would never stop hopping. Okay, so this is the, these four lines are appreciation or the amazement of the duck about how kangaroo hops. And now in this last four lines, it says about its difficulty. My life is a bore in this nasty pond, and I long to go out in the world beyond. My life is a bore. See, for example, in English word, English language, bore, there is it has a different meaning here actually. But the poet Edward Lear, okay, we thought that I said to remember about inventing new words. So to suit his purpose, he invented this word. My life is a bore. My life is bored in this nasty pond, dirty pond, nasty. nasty pond, dirty pond. And I long to go out in the world beyond. And I wish to go out to the world beyond. Outside this pond, I'd like to see. I wish I could hop like you, but I cannot go. I have only wish to see the world, but I could not hop like you. Here, I wish I could hop like you. Okay, his imagination that okay, it's not going to happen actually. I wish I could hop like you. If I hop, if I jump like you, I wish I jump like you and go around the world. Said the duck to the kangaroo. The duck said this to the kangaroo. Okay, and okay, now in this next stanza, the duck requests the kangaroo to take it for a ride. Please give me a ride on your back. Okay, I will sit on your back and please take me out to see the world, said the duck to the kangaroo. I would sit quite still and say nothing but quack, okay, and promise, okay, the duck is promising that it would not cause any discomfort. I would sit quite still, I don't move. I would sit there without moving and say nothing but a quack. But all that it would say is quack. This is the sound made by the ducks. I would sit quite still and say nothing but quack the whole of the long day through. Okay. Uh, yeah, the duck remains quiet and does not do anything uh, except sitting, except making this a quack sound. And we'd go to the D and the Jelly Boli. Okay, these D and Jelly Boli are imaginary, are wonderful places imagined by the poet over the land and over the sea. They want to, okay, the duck wanted the kangaroo to take it to the D and Jelly Boli. And okay, even if they have to go over the land and over the sea, the duck requests the kangaroo to take it. Please take me a ride or do, said the duck to the kangaroo. Please, requesting the kangaroo to take the duck for a ride. Okay, let me read it with the rhythm. Please give me a ride on your back, said the duck to the kangaroo. I would sit quite still and say nothing but quack the whole of the long day through. And we'd go to the D and the Jelly Boli, over the land and over the sea. Please take me a ride or do, said the duck to the kangaroo. Said the kangaroo to the duck. So far in the two stanzas, the duck spoke. Now the kangaroo speaks. Okay. Said the kangaroo to the duck. The kangaroo said to the duck, this requires some little reflection. This, the request of the duck to take it for a ride, requires, needs some little reflection, needs some thought. He has to decide whether he can take the duck for a ride or not. Perhaps on the whole, it might bring me luck. Okay, the kangaroo says, maybe, perhaps, the whole day, on the whole, finally, it might taking the duck for a ride might bring me luck. Okay, why? Because it can also enjoy. It can also, why? Because giving happiness to others is our own happiness. Happiness comes and we give happiness to others. That's why it feels that the kangaroo feels it may make him lucky. And there seems but one objection. One objection. There seems. It looks like there is one objection, which is, if you will let me speak so bold, okay, that objection is that if you will let me speak, the kangaroo is trying to be very polite. If you will let me speak, if you give me permission, I will speak courageously. Bold means courageously. Your feet are, okay, objection is this one. Your feet are unpleasantly wet and cold. That's the objection. Feet are, the feet of the duck are unpleasantly cold, unpleasantly wet, because the duck is in the pond all the time. That's why they are wet and cold. And that wet and cold feet would probably give me the rheumatism, said the kangaroo. And this kind of wet feet make him sick. See the rheumatism, rheumatis. This is not the actual spelling for this word. rheumatism, rheumatism. That is the sickness, inflammation of the bones. Okay, we know that from the sound of this word. So, in the introduction about the poet, we thought that he's good at inventing new words. So, see, he invented bore and this rheumatis. This is not the spelling. So, he used this to suit or to rhyme with the other words, okay, like kangaroo, and would give me the rheumatis, said the kangaroo. So, let me read it with a rhythm. Said the kangaroo to the duck, this requires a little reflection. Perhaps on the whole it might bring me luck, and there seems but one objection, which is, if you let me speak so bold, your feet are unpleasantly wet and cold, and would probably give me the rheumatis, said the kangaroo. Then, in reply to the objection of the kangaroo, the duck gives assurance of a comfort. So let us see. Said the duck, as I sat on the rocks, I have thought over that completely, and I bought 4 pairs of worsted socks which fit my bare feet neatly. And to keep out the cold, I have bought a cloak, and every day a cigar I will smoke, all to follow my own dear true love of a kangaroo. Okay, as I sat on the rocks, I have thought about that completely. I have thought over that causing discomfort to the kangaroo. And I bought 4 pairs of worsted socks, woolen socks, 4 pairs. So it would fit the web feet neatly. The feet of the duck is like a web. The limbs are joined by a membrane web, so which fit my web feet neatly. Those worsted woolen socks to keep it warm. And to keep out the cold, I have bought a cloak. So, in order not to cause any cold discomfort to the kangaroo, the duck bought a cloak. This is a dress, refers to long gown. And every day a cigar I'll smoke. And every day a cigar is okay, tobacco rolled. Okay, it is not a cigarette. Tobacco is rolled in paper, but cigar is a tobacco rolled in a tobacco leaf. So, uh, duck promised that it would smoke a cigar to keep itself warm. If it smokes a cigarette, duck thinks it can keep itself warm. and all to follow my own dear true love of a kangaroo. The duck wants to do all these things for a love of kangaroo. This duck has a love for the kangaroo. That's why it wants to do it. Next, said the kangaroo, I'm ready all in the moonlight pale. But to balance me well, dear duck, sit steady and quiet at the end of my tail. So away they went with a hop and a bound, and they hopped the whole world 3 times round. And who so happy or who as the duck and the kangaroo? Okay, what did the kangaroo say? I am ready. Kangaroo said to the duck that he is ready to take the duck for a ride. And they started their journey in the moonlight pale. When the moonlight is so bright, okay, so bright. Uh, pale means here actually pale means colorless. Okay, moonlight also is something like that. So when moonlight is bright, we can say it is a pale. But to balance me well, okay, see the kangaroo hops on hind legs, back legs. So it has to balance. So if the weight is one side more, it cannot hop. So it the kangaroo asks the duck to sit steady. So not move this side and that side. Sit steady and quiet at the end of my tail. Quiet, silently. So with that condition, they went with a hop and a bound. They went, okay, they started their journey and they hopped the whole world 3 times round. Okay, they saw many places. Okay, this is a hyperbole actually. Hyperbole, they hopped the whole world 3 times round. See, they actually cannot go around the world 3 times. Okay, so this is a hyperbole, an exaggerated way of saying something. So it means here that they went to long distances. And who so happy who as the duck and the kangaroo? So they both were very happy. Duck is happy because its wish is fulfilled, and the kangaroo is happy because it made his friend happy. And in the name of taking his friend for a ride, he also saw the whole world. So that is the end of the discussion presentation on the duck and the kangaroo. Thank you. See you in the next video. Bye bye.